Hey, good to see you all. Great to see you on here. And we're going to have a fun time together. I'm Adrian Salisbury, if you don't know me. And in about 15 minutes' time, we're going to be opening the doors to Ecamm Live Academy. So this is the official launch event for it. Some of you have been eagerly waiting for it. Others of you don't know anything about Ecamm, and we're going to break all that down for you in the next kind of 45 minutes or so. But lovely to see you on. I'm always loving the mix of people that we can see over here, folk from all over the world. Fantastic to have you here. So make yourselves comfortable, sit yourselves back, and we're going to have a good time together. So we're firstly going to explain what Ecamm Live is, as I say, just for those of you that aren't familiar with it, and then demonstrate some of what it's capable of. And then I want to unpack for you specifically the Academy on this call, which, as I say, doors are about to open. It starts a week on Monday. I'm going to tell you all about that later, so you can decide if it's something you want to get involved in or not. And as I've seen some folk here in the comments already mentioning, we are going to be doing a giveaway. And so we're giving away one free ticket to the Academy. And we've also got, very kindly from Ecamm, a 3 years pro license for Ecamm Live. And so what you're going to need to do for that is enter our competition. I think Owen will pop this into the chat as well for you, but adriansalisbury.com/enter. And all you got to do is put your name, put your email in so that we can contact you afterwards. And you do need to be here when we call the prize draw. Who's been on one of my prize draws before? We've got a cool little spinning wheel that we're going to play for you. But we're going to give you 1 minute. If your name gets called out and if you're not here within a minute to respond, we spin it again and somebody else gets it. So that's the head over there all the time. I'll keep popping this up, or I'll get Owen to keep popping it into the chat for you as well. adriansalisbury.com/enter, and you could be in for a chance of winning some goodies. And I'm seeing that there's 76 of you on at the minute, so you're one in, and one of those is Owen, so you're in 1 in 75 chance of winning. So that's not bad numbers, is it there? All right, so we're going to get into this, and I should say as well that because the beauty of us being live here like this is you can ask questions of me. And I would just ask, please, if you could start a question with a cue, just so I know that it's not chat or you're not kind of responding to somebody else in here. It makes it a lot easier for me to be able to jump back in afterwards and just see questions that people are asking. So anything really about Ecamm or specifically about the Academy as we get into it, pop it into the chat. I've given Owen permission over here. He's the other side of the room to just give me a nudge or cough or something if there's a question that he thinks I ought to get to. So lovely to have you all in here, recognizing plenty of names and faces. So let's get in. We've got 10 minutes till we officially open the door. And might be a bit crazy, really. We probably should have done this beforehand. We've got folk that have been asking for it, that have been queuing up for it. And but why not? So we want to first of all have a look at what is Ecamm Live. For me, and actually I don't know whether there are folk on here that actually don't know what Ecamm is. I'm assuming that most of you have got Ecamm. But if you don't know what it is, let me take you back a minute. I first discovered Ecamm about 5 years ago, and back then it was simply a tool, not simply, but it was a tool for live streaming. I discovered it because I wanted to do Facebook Lives and I wanted to do cool things. I couldn't do stuff like this back then. But today, the majority actually of Ecamm's customers aren't actually using it for live streaming on a regular basis. They're actually using it for all kinds of other reasons. People are using it to record videos, to record their interviews, to use the virtual camera and take powerful presentations like this out into Zoom or MS Teams or webinar platforms or anywhere else that will accept a virtual camera. And we're always getting questions, can I use it here? Will it work there? And I'm like, if you get an option to select a camera and a microphone and it's on a web browser, then yes, chances are you can feed Ecamm Live straight into it. It is as powerful as that. I just spotted Mel, good to see you. And Sharon, great to see you guys on. So yeah, I think that's fascinating, really, that it used to be just a live streaming tool. And for some of you, that's when you bought it. And I know customers, friends that have said, yeah, I've got Ecamm, but I don't really use it. It's grown so much, and just even in the last 6 months with the latest version of Ecamm, there's been a massive change to it, and really do encourage you to jump back into it. You'll be surprised at how powerful this is. And like I say, I think that's fascinating that the majority of people that are the current Ecamm customers aren't actually live streaming. They're just using it as, it is such a powerful tool for other things that the live streaming is almost an add-on to it, or it's one of 3 main features that you're doing over here on it. If you caught my recent review of version 4, you'll see that the whole navigation has changed to accommodate this. We're now choosing, do we want to stream, do we want to record only, or do we want to use the virtual camera? So all 3 seem to be equally weighted in the uses of Ecamm's customers these days. And it's not only doing it like, if you're not familiar with Ecamm, it's not even doing it like this in this format. And I have to say, we're being a little bit brave because we're out here on YouTube, and YouTube will let us go in 4K. So today we are actually streaming this in 4K. So if anyone's watching us on a big TV, you'll be able to get some real high def on that. And actually, you can now in YouTube pinch and zoom, and it does allow you to zoom in a bit. So when we're sharing screens and things like that, so this is all great for this format, for YouTube, for Facebook, for other platforms. But we can actually record and live stream in a portrait shape for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Remembering this is what I'm saying. People aren't just live streaming. We're going, hey, actually, I can record that high quality with a nice camera straight through here. And there's my TikTok video sorted, or my YouTube Short, whatever it be. Some real flexibility in here. If I wasn't actually live, I could show you the difference and how that changes, but it's not going to work with me actually live. And for those of us that are live streaming on Ecamm, again, it used to be just kind of going out to one destination at a time. We used to have a third-party tool like Restream to be able to multi-stream. But now Ecamm has built into this latest version the ability to multi-stream to up to 10 destinations at once. So we're not right now because I wanted folk to come here onto YouTube, but we could actually be streaming out onto up to 10 platforms. And so, for instance, even staying on YouTube, if Anna and Fulgens, I don't know if they've just finished, I think, over on the YouTube, the Ecamm channel, but we could be going to our YouTube channel and to Ecamm's channel over there. Because we've got permission, you need to be an admin on these platforms, but we could be at the same time going out to Facebook, to pages, to groups. We could be going out to LinkedIn, to Twitter, to Instagram, and all these other destinations at the same time. So we could just hit once, go out to all the destinations, and the chat will come into one place in here. And I can see on this if somebody commented on YouTube, if they commented on Facebook. It's fantastic. And I get this, you're not seeing it here really as I'm talking, but I'm seeing this feed coming up all the time like this. Would like to know where you can share to TikTok. Not actually live streaming. Sorry if I misled you there. I'm not saying live streaming to TikTok, but we recording only. And so people are using it in this portrait format to be able to record their videos, and then out it comes in that format. So we can also hook this up to multiple cameras at the same time. So we can go out to multiple destinations doing this. We can also hook this up. I could have multiple cameras attached here. Like when you watch those chefs on TV and it's a complete sort of production in a studio and they're working away in the kitchen. There's an overhead. There's another camera coming in on an angle. We can actually set all that up here inside of Ecamm and work it all on our own, as if we'd got a production team running the thing. It can be as slick as that, and we can just work it on our own. And actually, we're going to be demonstrating this on Monday. I've got an artist friend of mine who's going to be coming in here into the studio. It's going to be here on our channel, so be sure to subscribe or check that out. You can hit a reminder to be notified about it. But he's going to be coming here Monday, and we're going to do exactly that. He'll be drawing in front of us, and we'll have cameras pointing in on him, and we're going to put a pedal underneath the desk that he can click between one of 3 pedals to jump between the different camera angles. He's going to love it, and I think it's going to be a great example to show how Ecamm can be used. So we can do all this. I can, and I've got all set up here as well to be able to. I can share my screen. I can do. You can see me over here, for instance. If I've created scenes, so this is actually my web browser that's running over here. I can hook up my iPad and I can run a presentation like this. So this is a nice slideshow that if you see here, I've actually got it on my iPad, so it's not taking up space on my desktop. And as I just wipe my finger over this is purely a little demo. I don't even know what it says on here. Don't think this is one of my sales presentations, but how cool is that I can just work through a presentation like this. I can come back to my camera here at any point. This is super powerful. And actually, if I wanted to, and I know Mel does this. I spotted Mel in the audience there. Mel's someone that I've seen doing this. You can actually use your iPad, and there we go. Let's come out of that one so we're not using that one. I can actually write on here, and let's come a little bit bigger, even bigger. And I can have a lot of fun here, or do some tutorials really. Maybe I'm sort of talking about a flow and I'm just explaining some funnel that comes down here. You know, you can see why I don't do it, because I'm terrible at drawing. But yeah, really cool stuff that we can do. And so Ecamm allows us to create scenes in the similar way to putting a PowerPoint presentation together. And we kind of create one slide at a time. Well, that's what I'm doing here. I've got scenes that can jump me here between these different things like this. And it just makes it super easy for me. I'm using this Stream Deck that I've got all nicely color-coded up here. And all of this is possible inside of Ecamm. I love when we see people coming in and they're actually watching this, and I've just spotted that time down there. I love it when we see people coming in here and just start going, whoa, I didn't know I could do this. And everything we're doing here, that's what I mentioned a minute ago, but this isn't just for live streaming out to Facebook. We could take this with the virtual camera that's built into Ecamm and the virtual microphone. I can send everything that I'm doing into a Zoom presentation or to a webinar platform or somewhere else. You can show up and people will be blown away at just how powerful this presentation and performance is that you're able to do. So much better than what anybody else is doing. Really do believe this is, we're able to pull off here a studio quality presentation without the need of being in a studio. We're doing it here on our own. I'm sitting here at home. I've programmed it all up. And here I am able to run this as if I'd got a crew here working with me. And we've had customers in our academy who have pulled off big virtual summits with multiple speakers that have pre-recorded stuff and they've played that through. They've had live guests that are sitting waiting and they bring them on to come in. We've seen churches that certainly through the lockdown were doing weekly church services. We've got, worship music coming in. We've got a pastor over there and different things. Fantastic. Timer. Owen's going time. We've just hit the time. Right. So the doors are officially open. And I'm just going to double check by refreshing that page. I'm going to carry on talking for a minute about Ecamm. And then I'm going to tell you how you can come in, because my page hasn't refreshed yet. Okay, try it now. Bless him. There we go. Right, it is there. Awesome. Right, so I'm going to take that off in just a second. But I do just want to just wrap this up really about what Ecamm is. And please, as I say, questions about Ecamm, things that I'm doing here, please throw that in with a question and we will cover these. I've kind of raced through because I wanted to hit this 15-minute countdown, but not to worry. So if you're a podcaster, Again, you're able to use Ecamm to, whether it's live or whether it's for a recording, you can use Ecamm to do your podcast recording, because you're going to get out a clean audio feed at the end of this. So if you and your guest are on and you send it away to someone to edit and mix this up for you, you can just balance the audio levels of both of you to make sure it's spot on. And you're also going to get, which is another new feature, a video file for each of you as well. So if you're bringing a guest on and you're, or multiple, up to 10 guests that you can have, for every guest that comes in, when at the end of this, when you end your live or end your recording, you'll have a saved file, which will be the mix like this, that's got branding and things on it, but you'll have that raw file for up to 2 of your own local cameras, and up to 10 guest feeds coming in as well. This is fantastic. It is a huge deal for people that want to be able to, record interviews or make recordings like this with multiple cameras, different feeds coming in, and be able to edit it and change that up afterwards. So these are just some fantastic features. You can see I'm very passionate about this. And with all these possibilities and things, this is really where we created this Ecamm Live Academy in the first place. Was we realized that people had got Ecamm, but they were just scratching the surface with it and weren't actually able to, or weren't knowing what to do with it. We've got some testimonials that I'm going to play you at the end of this live, and you'll hear people saying on that they'd had it for, one lady in particular, Lydia, said she'd had it for 2 years by the time she came through, and she said she realized she'd been using about 5% of it. So that's why we created our Ecamm Live Academy, because we want to see people get the absolute best out of it. What we're doing here isn't hard. You just need to learn how to do it. Okay, so we've just opened the doors to this, and I would love to just walk you through our Ecamm Live Academy specifically. Are there any major questions, Owen, in here that you think we ought to just look at first? Alumni, yeah, okay, people asking about alumni. You're going to see the answer to that one in just a second. So I'm going to share my screen here, and where we are is, how have I not actually put the one overlay that I haven't brought in is the link to Ecamm Live Academy. Owen's going to pop it into the chat. It's already pinned in the chat, says Owen. Thank you so much. So ecammliveacademy.com or adriansalisbury.com, Ecamm Live Academy will get you through to this page here. And I'd love you to head over and have a look at this, because this is a familiar face on the front, just explaining what we're doing. And so what the Ecamm Live Academy is, we run this as a 2-week live event that only and it works. We've just Owen's been playing over here, and we were trying to see if we could put a ticker on this that actually, when anybody joins during the live, we're going to get a little ping come up down here. I thought it'd be quite fun. So what we're doing, we've got at the Ecamm Academy over here runs as a 2-week live bootcamp event. And it's a hybrid model. So we're actually giving you almost 70 videos that we've created. And you can see over here, actually, this is the old version. It's about to get closed down so that we can have this ready and waiting for everybody a week on Monday. But you get an idea down here. This is your control panel that you've got. This is just level 1. We've got an introduction, unboxing, finding your way around, going live, upgrading equipment, branding your lives, understanding overlays, text overlays, image overlays, camera overlays, screen share. Literally everything that I'm creating and doing here, or that you're seeing other people do, we've made a tutorial video on it. And any one of these over here that I click on will open up for me a video over here to the same kind of quality as what we're doing right now. And as I say, Owen and I have spent weeks going through. We have completely rewritten this whole academy for you. So that's one side of it, is an online training course. and you get that for life. So although I'm talking here about a 2-week training camp, you actually get the videos that we record for life. And so those of you that have been through previously, you're going to get these updates free of charge, which is pretty crazy. So the reason I do that is we've tried before to do live training, and actually on a live, I'm working through it here. It's not as quick and it's not as slick as if you just watch this on your own, and you can just have you can have this window open and you can be working through that training while you've got Ecamm open. You pause it, you can do a bit, pause it, speed me up, slow me down. It's just an easier way to work than trying to watch along on a live training with me. So each day we drip out, you'll see in there that we called that was level 1, level 2, level 3, 4, and 5. So we drip these videos out across 5 days of the first week. So you can see I've got the date up here, February the 27th. That's a week on Monday is when we start. And that is day 1. Every day for the first 5 days, the first week, we drip out a set of those videos for you. It works really well. It keeps everybody on the same page. And then every day I come on and do a live, much like this, where we're responding to the chat, we're seeing where people are up to, and really just answering questions and encouraging you along. It works so well. It really becomes this safe space, this community, this hub that people absolutely love to be in. And as I'm already seeing in the chat, people are asking about alumni. This is because although folk have got access to the training and the updates, there's something about coming back through again and experiencing this. So we do offer, you can see right here that for new customers, this is $199, but for alumni, this is $99. But please don't click alumni unless you've already got the course, because you're not going to get any training. So to click alumni, we assume that you've already got the training. So all that is doing is registering you to the live event. This might get annoying. So there we go. We really believe that this is the... I might turn that down. I really believe that this is the ultimate guide for Ecamm, and I reckon that every Ecamm user should come through this. I don't think I've had people in the past that have said to us, I'm quite experienced. Is this going to be, am I going to learn anything? And they come out and go, wow, I didn't realize what I didn't know. Or actually just getting inspiration from other people and seeing them working through this. That's why we created it as a live, and we only run it twice a year. So right now, and then we'll run it again towards the end of October. So it just works. It's a hybrid model. We've had about almost 2,000 people come through this now, at least once, and everyone is just full of praise for it. So let me just quickly whiz down this page. Again, please ask in any questions, and I will come to them in a minute. So this is us now. So this will be, that's why it says on here, watch the replay. See, I'd already thought that it's by the time people see it, it'll be a replay. We've got some bonuses in here. We've got some masterclasses that these are guys that this is not me that's doing extra training. We've built this up probably over last year, really. We introduced this and had people coming in. And some of you will have spotted that in the latest version of Ecamm, there is an extension at the end, if you like, that when you've finished your recordings, whereas it used to say, show me my file, it now says, edit in Descript. And so there's a little button there. If you've got a Descript account, you can go off and edit this in Descript. So Ecamm behind the scenes have obviously been very keen to partner with Descript. They've obviously got a lot of trust and faith in them. And I have to say, I've only recently been looking at Descript properly. I really do think it is something else when it comes to video editing. So we're going to be, I don't need to tell you much more about that. So Descript is a completely revolutionary way of editing your videos. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you any more about it, because actually what we've done, Kevin O'Connell, who some of you might have seen on Descript's channel, he's their product specialist, and we've got him coming in doing an exclusive live with us talking about how we can take those Ecamm recordings and put them into and edit them in Descript. So we'll be taking an example, walking through there, and Descript are going to be giving everybody that is in the Academy a 3 months trial of Descript as well. So you're going to get a chance to play with it. Then we've got back again. We've got all of these guys have been in once, but folk have absolutely loved it in previous academies and have been asking for them to come back. So Lydia Martin, who I know is on the live with us right now, is going to be coming back in again, doing the same presentation or speaking about the same content really on Canva and coming up with presentations like I was just showing you there. It's definitely become the new way to do it rather than PowerPoint and Keynote. Canva seems to be, most people are using Canva for their graphics and things, and they've really built in a nice way to do presentations. So Lydia's coming back, and she went down a storm last time. And then we've got Anna and Fulgens, who I think are also on the live with us today. You will recognize Anna and Fulgens from ENN and the trainings that they're doing inside for Ecamm. And they're going to be coming back talking to us how to create a run of show in Ecamm. So like what I'm looking at right now with my plan and schedule for what's going on, we're going to show us how to do this. I just know that these guys are going to bring something very special to us. And Bradley as well coming back in. Bradley as well, a lot of you will know, does some fantastic overlays and cool things with Keynote. And so he's going to be coming back in again and doing pro level graphics with us. So all of this is happening in the second week. That first week really is about working through the training that I've got for you. And then in the second week, you get a chance just to play in the group and practice this. And then you'll have these masterclasses as well. These are some testimonials that are on the page there. Just to, if you're thinking, do I really want to do this? We've got some amazing testimonials. Then we've got some extra content as well, bonuses for you. We've got some countdown videos. So the kind of things that you can play at the start, really. We've got some resources that as we just gather things up, whether it's overlays or backgrounds or video files and things, we've bundled all those together and you get those. We've created some Stream Deck keys and added in some color overlays so you can create things like what I'm doing here with this kind of stuff. And everyone who completes the course, Owen always loves this bit, he gets to write everybody a completion certificate. So that's really cool as well. I know some of you really like that, to get to the end and go, yay, I got this certificate. So that's our sales page. Loads of, as I say, loads of feedback on there. Can't thank you enough for what I learned in the Academy. Taken so many courses in my lifetime. This was one of my favorites. Thank you so much. Wow, really awesome. Mind is in overload. You get the idea. And we've got some frequently asked questions at the bottom of here as well. So if you're not quite sure, or you're thinking of these things now, maybe you're kind of a novice and is this going to be for you? Or as I say, you might be thinking you're already pretty advanced and is this too much for you? Or are you not going to get anything out of it, I should say? Practicing, if folk are always saying to us, look, I've got other things going on that week. Do I need to be on every live? No, because the live is really there to support and to do Q&A afterwards. And what happens is, as soon as we've done that live in the Facebook group, it comes back up again. And so it's there instantly as a replay. This again is why folk come back through as alumni, because there's a lot that goes on within that cohort, that pop-up Facebook group that we do, that you wouldn't have got. It's not in the course. It's actually these masterclasses and things are all happening in the Facebook group. So that would be a huge reason to come back through again. Right, fantastic. I'm way behind on all the. I'm going to come and have a look at these questions in just a minute. I do just want to remind you as well, we are going to be doing this competition. So if you weren't here at the start, we are going to be giving away a free ticket to the Academy, and don't panic if you've just bought it or you've already bought it. We can credit you back if you win in this competition. But all you got to do, adriansalisbury.com/enter, and head over there. It's a simple form. The numbers are growing now. We've got over 100 people on. you have a huge chance and opportunity to win either a free ticket into the Academy, or we're going to spin it again afterwards, and we're going to give away, thank you very much to Ecamm, we're going to give a year's free pro license away. So that's huge. So we'll do that in a few minutes' time. adriansalisbury.com/enter. It's pinned in. Is that pinned as well? No. I think Owen will just pop that into the chat for you as well, just so you can click the link through. He's working hard over here. And what he has pinned into the comments is the link to the Ecamm Academy. Now, let me just clarify that the doors literally have just opened, but we will keep the doors open for next week as well. So we start a week on Monday on the 27th, as you saw there, and right up to Sunday night, you've got an opportunity to come and join us. So yeah, there's no kind of pressure to join in the next 10 minutes or anything like that. It's a bit of fun really seeing this popping up over here, because I knew folk were keen to get in straight away. And yeah, during next week, I am going to be coming on lives Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And on each of those days, I'm bringing on, we thought it would be a fun thing to do, to bring in different professionals, different experts in different fields. It's quite, I'm very familiar and comfortable doing this, sitting at a desk, camera in front of me. It gets a bit different when all of a sudden somebody is trying to do craft videos, cookery, art videos, where they're now down here and they need a camera in front, a camera above. They're trying to work it. They're trying to keep an eye on the chat. So we're looking at all these things as to how you could do that. That's the first day. On Tuesday, I've got a good friend who's a high-level yoga instructor, and we're going to be talking with her about, the challenges of being up here, being back at the other side of a room, being able to see a monitor, being able to use Ecamm to crop in on different things. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, I've got my friend Greg Foote coming up, and we're going to be talking about communication and for educators trying to use Ecamm to run a live show. And then on Thursday, Laura Schwartz, who I think I spotted on here as well, is going to come on talking about public speaking and kind of emceeing big events, and again, how to run that in a very slick, high professional way using Ecamm. So really just opportunities to bring some folk on and kind of showcase different ways that you can use Ecamm. So we're giving you that run up through next week and getting you ready to learn as much as you can about this and see if this is a fit for you to come and join us the following week in the Academy. So I am just going to jump to the chat here a second, Owen. Let's just see. So yeah, thank you, Paul. I can see you're answering people's questions. Yes, it only happens in Facebook. We have looked at other platforms, but because a big part of what we're doing in the community is encouraging you to go live, and so we'll get you to brand a few things up and go live into the group and in this lovely safe place, rather than going out elsewhere or on a Zoom meeting or something else. Where it's scary and people will be going, "What are you doing? Why is your microphone not on?" and things like this. We cover it here. You're going to be in a nice, safe place to practice, and we also get you to practice interviewing as well. So rather than wait until you've got this high-profile guest coming on, why don't you? We encourage you to find other folk in the group and interview with them. So Facebook allows us to do this in this nice little safe place. We will be here for 2 weeks during this live, but you actually get access to the group. You can carry on playing in there until we run our next Academy in October. So you do get time to come back through. So again, if you start it and find that during the second week some disaster happens and you're not able to get involved with us, you can still keep coming back in the following weeks. It's just I won't be in there. Our commitment is for the 2 weeks that we're in there. So I'm seeing a few folk in here. Will we get invites to the run-ups? I'm not sure what you mean, Will, to the run-ups to next week. Yes, I'm going to put an email out on Sunday to everyone just with the week's emails. And I know Ecamm are doing the same thing and actually sending out. So let me just try this, and I'm going to pop my queue in and see what questions we got in. What's the daily schedule for the Academy? So yes, if you spotted the time on here, it's 5 p.m. here in the UK, which is 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So every day we come on and we do an hour's live like that. And this is again why we give you the actual video content to work out in your own time. Some of you are just waking up in time for the live, and then you can go away and fit it in. Maybe you got to go to work, and then you can fit this in the evening. I will tell you there is a lot of content here, and you don't have to do every part of it. You know, you're seeing how to brand up overlays, how to sort of put edges on like this, how to bring logos on. So a lot of it is there. We don't expect you to watch every minute of every video during the Academy, but you can come back and do it. As I say, you got access to this for a lifetime. Where do I access your password, Joe? Have you answered at all? Or yep. Okay, I need to keep an eye on Owen because he's already on some of these. Cool. People are coming back. Yes, so you can see the alumni rate that's on here. In the past, we've sort of said, I'll send you a separate link and things, but you know, it's very transparent. And if you're coming through for the first time, know that you can come through again and just to experience the live event side of it for just $99. So do folks who joined? Yes, Lou, absolutely. You're getting everything that's in here. The reason we did this, so we ran a Ecamm challenge a few weeks ago and did give folk a discount if they joined it while we were doing that. So that's what Lou's referring to. And yeah, absolutely, you haven't missed out on anything. You should have received an email today inviting you in. And yeah, that is why folk are already in. I think we've already got about 80 people registered through that already. So how much time per day, Ellie? As much as you can. There's probably an hour if you could join us for the hour every day anyway, and if you could spend another hour or more each day coming through that, it'd definitely be worth trying to carve out a bit of time. But yeah, there are folk that have signed up. I know I think Sherry's on here is mentioned the other day. She's joining, she's coming in, she's already doing some of the work, but she's going to fit in around it. Yeah, it's not a problem. And to be honest, that's why we've cleared the second week. We're not throwing more information at you. The masterclasses kind of, but we're deliberately leaving that week open so that as you've gone through the training in week one, you've got that second week to just practice and go, right, I really want to go back to doing an interview, or I want to practice branding up and things like that. So yeah. Yeah, so there we go, same sort of thing. Well, any notes? Yes, Izzy. It's a good point, actually. So questions and comments that were in on the previous videos. We've got two ways of doing this. So we could either put the video back in to, you know, a lot of them are the same titles, and we've updated the video in there. But then what happens when we've done that in the past is it doesn't reset for anybody to say whether it's a video they've watched or not. So we're actually deleting out everything from the Academy, and we're going to put all these new videos back in. There are a handful that are staying the same because they're not actually around Ecamm. They're more a theory, or we're teaching a practice that doesn't matter with this. So there's a handful that are staying in, but everything has been redone. And actually, it's given us the opportunity to not go, right, let's just replace those videos. But Ecamm's changed. The landscape has changed. Would we teach it the same now as what we did 3 years ago when we first did this? So this is the first time that we really have stripped it out, and it is a completely new training that we've got. So amazing. I think that for those of you that joined a year or two ago, you're getting all of this for free, whether you come through or not. the benefit is you'll come back through the academy and you're going to get a chance to put it together, and it'll make a lot more sense as you hear me explaining how to work through it all. Will the guest sessions be available within the Ecamm Academy? No, Laura, they're purely going to stay inside the Facebook group. So any prep needed before February the 27th? Absolutely not, Paul, but a great question. Your first video is literally download Ecamm. So if you've done that, you're already ahead. And I ought to just say, actually, if anybody hasn't downloaded Ecamm, hasn't already got it, I would think the majority of you are on it, but you can. We've got an affiliate link down here, adriansalisbury.com/Ecamm. I'd love it if you came through that. That would give you a 14-day trial to come and join the academy. Not to join the academy, to have a play with Ecamm. So, yeah. But I'm guessing that the majority of you here are already up and going on Ecamm. So with the new ability to go live to multiple destinations, there's no need for restream any longer. Yes, the only thing I would say, Remy, is Ecamm at the moment isn't bringing in the chat from LinkedIn. I believe it's all ready to go from Ecamm side. They're just waiting for somebody at LinkedIn to tick a box, and it'll bring it in. So like now I'm getting these comments coming in. Normally that would, from Facebook, from YouTube, it'll tell me on there all the destinations coming back in. It isn't pulling back from LinkedIn at the moment, and that could be any day. I don't know how long away that might be, but that might be the only reason that I would suggest staying on Restream for the time being, if that's important to you to get the chat back in from LinkedIn. But yeah, great question. And even in that, this update will have saved a lot of people money. How many total sessions for the academy? So the individual videos, I haven't actually added it up. There's about 70 videos that we've got in there. But in terms of the live sessions, Paul, from Monday the 27th for 2 weeks, we're going to be going live every day, every weekday. So Monday to Friday, both weeks. And we also do put on the second Monday, we do a early morning for us, for our Australian customers, so that they get a chance to come and sorry, I am distracted, so that they get a chance to come and join us again, because I always feel bad. Folk in Australia, it's the middle of the night for them to get onto the lives, so at least once we give them a chance to have their own little small Q&A session with me over there. So are the bonuses available to other members? So the masterclasses will only be available inside of this cohort group. Can Ecamm Pro take the place of Switcher, OBS, and other multicam recording apps? Yes, absolutely. By all means, come back to one of us and just ask specific requirements, but definitely OBS. And I think Switcher, I don't think there's anything really on Switcher that can't be done on here. This is a Mac only product. Switcher, is Switcher not a PC? I'm not sure, but yeah, incredibly powerful, and hook it up with a Stream Deck that you can switch between your different cameras. Again, one of the latest updates gave us a really nice camera switcher window that we can see as we can blow these images up as big as we want if we've got multiple cameras feeding in. So really creating what we were doing on things like the Ecamm that gave us that preview window. Yeah, there's not a lot you can't do now in Ecamm, and we've covered every part of it. Every button, every feature in there is in this incredible guide that is the Ecamm Academy, and you get to come and play with it with us too. Right, now I'm actually pretty much on time with where I wanted to be. Just flying down that. I'd like to pretend I'd read it in that time. I think you guys have been answering away over there. Thank you so much to Owen and Paul and others that have been jumping in. One last little chance. Yeah, Remy, we did. Ecamm sent out everybody who registered, got sent out. That was why we asked people to register. They got emails sent out to them, and I was saying about it on the lives. and in the descriptions on the lives, we were telling you that you could come and join us in there. So, yeah, but it was for that week. That was the whole point of it. So adriansalisbury.com/enter. Here's your chance. I haven't had a look and seen if anyone's on my form. Glad to see it is pulling in. I've got 66 people that have put their names in. So you got a 1 in 66 chance. And why haven't people put their names in? This is a free prize draw, and I'm about to spin a wheel in a minute. And over there, we're going to pick out one person to give you a free ticket. And if you've already bought it, we'll refund you. And then we've got one free years pro license of Ecamm that we're giving away as well. Okay, so I'm just going to double check. Let me just clear this out. And I could show you the form, although maybe I shouldn't, because then am I sharing private information? Oh, somebody else is just I'm going to give you just a minute, right? Come on. Somebody's just posted in there. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. We've got a few excited people. Yeah, Susan, you're just asking here about the discount that we for the Ecamm trials. You're meaning for the challenge that we ran? That was exclusively, or it was for that week. We did say that you needed to be in and do it by that weekend. GDPR, yes, absolutely. That's why I'm just not actually sharing my screen and letting you all see emails. Just to assure you that I'm not going to take all these emails. We're literally going to delete this file in a minute. It's just because we're here on YouTube, I can't actually reach out to you. So if you win this, I need your email to be able to send you the discount code through or your free ticket. So right, we're gonna close the doors to this. Someone's gonna moan that they didn't get their name put in here. But right, I'm gonna jump out. Do you know what? Someone literally just. Graham Rogers, you are a lucky man. You just got in right at the end. Did you just spot that, Owen? Really? Well, I've pulled in. Now, one of the things it should let me do in here is knock out duplicates. I'm sitting talking over here. Look, I can let you have a look at this. This is what we're doing. This is our wheel. And so everybody who just popped their name in onto the form is entered in here. Let me pull this down. I've got this nicely lined up and then I've just messed it up. So we've got all of these names in here. And it should knock out for me repeats. I think it has. Just in case anyone's tried. In fact, it won't let you put in twice. I've tried it myself, and it does just knock that out. Phil says, just missed it. Did you, Phil? Is Phil not on there? Do you know what, Phil? I'm so nice. I'm going to put your name in at the end. You'll have to just tell me who you are if you'll get that. Feeling dizzy already, Joe? Yep, so need that wheel. This is called wheelofnames.com. It's totally free, but using the power of Ecamm, we've been able to crop in so you can't see all the edges and all the adverts that are all over the page. And so what's going to happen? I'm going to click this wheel here. It's going to spin it around. Gary. Right, last one, okay? Nobody else. Let me add that in. Gary's just saying he can't see it. Yes, definitely. Gary and Phil are right at the top here that I've just edited in. Don't worry, Phil. You guys take this way too seriously. Right, here we go. And that looks like it could be Vincent. Hey, Vincent Woon. Right, so that's cropped in a bit, hasn't it? I'm going to pop this up. Vincent, you need to let us know that you are here. You've got 1 minute to respond. And this is for a free ticket to the Ecamm Academy. If we don't see you on here, we are very strict on this and we're going to jump on. And so none of this. Vincent, yes, come on, congratulations. Is he here? Yes. Owen spotted. Yes, fantastic. Stressed out, stress-free. You will be now. Well done, Vincent. Owen, you able to just highlight that in the form for me, please? Thank you. Right, so I'm going to remove Vincent from this. Well done to you. Valerie wants me to spin again so she can win a new car. Wow, we haven't got the budget for that. Right, this is for a year's pro license of Ecamm. Bob Orozco. Barb Orozco, is that right? Barb, are you here? Right, let's do our Are You Here? We need some like really kind of countdowny music to go with this, don't we? But let's see if Barb's here. Maggie, don't see your name. If you're on the form, it definitely would have got put on here. Don't worry. Way to go, Barb. What's this? What's up is your room colour? Sorry, not getting that, Marco. I don't know what you mean. I'm driving, says Adam. Come on, Bob. 22 seconds. Shout me, Owen, if you see something before me. It's tense. Here? I'm here? Come on. Wow. Oh, Owen. Barb, are you here? Barb definitely wasn't. Can we just confirm on the spreadsheet?
Barb was a recent one.
Yeah. So Barb was recent, but Barb isn't David Hunt or Sam or Audio Recording Studio. No, so Barb isn't here. I'm very sorry. She's here. Valerie says she's... Huh? Barb, here! Oh, Barb, you so nearly missed that. And I'm conscious that there's obviously a delay in this anyway, and I don't want to be mean. It nearly always goes wrong that someone says I'd got it paused and then came back and didn't realise there was a delay, but hey-ho. Well done, Barb. So we've got 2 winners there. We'll get in touch with you. I'll email you, Barb, and let you know about how you can apply that year's free pro license. And we'll make sure we get that free ticket out as well. That doesn't mean the rest of you. Ian Crawford wanted me to spin it again. Behave, Ian. You mean thing. So guys, do come and join us. We have an absolute blast together. It's a really good time in the academy. And, Ecamm is such a powerful tool. I just want you to be able to get the best out of it. And whatever your needs are, we get a chance to really get into this. And certainly in that second week, you can be taking and applying all this, whether you're a fitness instructor or a lecturer or whatever in between. And brand this up yourself. Have a play with it. You can go live into the group and go, what do people think to this? And you'll be amazed at how creative you can get and the things that you can do with this amazing tool. Just like anything, it just needs some help. It needs you to get going with it. And I do really think that just working and learning in a friendly, supportive community is just the best. So thank you so much to everybody. Well done, Barb. It's really hard. I keep looking at Army Piper's. Where am I? Let me come back to my comments. I keep feeling like you're shouting at me every time because we've got this little angry emoji down here. But, well, maybe you are actually. Darn it. Could be a game show host. Yeah, it was intense. I tell you, I need a drink after this. Amazing. And just to point out as well, I mentioned that we've got our masterclasses. Is James just in? We've mentioned the masterclasses and the things that we're doing. I'm just seeing Paul there as well. Paul and Valerie our moderators that come and join us and work with us in the community as well. They do a fantastic job, and I think are probably going to carry on doing their daily lives that they do, just doing a bit of a roundup. We've got a really good team supporting you, a lot of folk who are experienced and just come back in because they enjoy being in the community. So you're going to get a lot of support, and please check out what we're doing next week. Wheel of Fortune themes. Hank, we should absolutely do that. Come and join us next week on the lives. We're on the same channel over here. So subscribe while you're here, and then you'll get notified about those lives. Check them out Monday to Thursday next week. Friday, I'm not going live because terrible timing, but my brother is coming in from Vancouver for 2 weeks. And he's going to be here, staying with my parents while we're in the academy. So couldn't have timed it worse, really. It's the busiest 2 weeks for me. But I am going to go and pick him up from the airport on Friday. So no lives on a week today. It's Monday to Thursday, we'll be doing a live every day for you, just to show you different ways of using Ecamm. And we'll be getting things ready so that come Monday, 27th, at 9 a.m. in the UK here, you're going to get your first day's videos dropped. And then at 5 p.m., so at the same time, well, as now, we'll be just getting ready to go live into the group there. So, yeah, I promise you will love the experience. I'm going to play you out now with some testimonials. This is like a 4-5 minute clip of a whole load of testimonials that we compiled together that I think you're going to love. So I don't want to go. Can Ecamm record every camera separately or only when the main view, Bronwyn? It will record 2 cameras locally, but it will record up to 10 of your guest inputs as well. So yeah, 2 cameras plus the mixed one here. No class on Friday. Yeah, absolutely. What terrible timing. Don't worry, Val. It's not disrupting the actual academy. These are just our little free lives that we're doing next week to let people see different ways of using Ecamm. How long will the Facebook page be open for the current Ecamm, Laura? We will be closing it down next week. I think Rachel's already posted in there and given you your notice, your eviction notices. But as ever, it's a good point, actually. You know, we close down. We only have one of these cohort Facebook groups open at once, but we don't delete it. We archive it, so you can still keep coming back for life, as long as Facebook stays, to that group and access the things. You just can't add new things to it after that point. All right. So amazing. I'm going to play you out with my wonderful testimonials on here. Some of you are on this, and yeah, you've got all next week. Please email, contact me on social media or anywhere else if you've got questions about this or you're not sure if it's a fit. Hopefully the FAQs on that page will be good and help you out as well. But yeah, look forward to seeing you in the academy a week on Monday. All the best, guys. Thank you. Bye.
The purpose of this video today is to give a huge shout out to Adrian and Ecamm Live Academy. Listen, Ecamm Live is a software that I had for months and I didn't even know what I had on my hands.
I've actually been using Ecamm for almost 2 years. So this is not just for people who are just getting started with Ecamm. I knew I was only using maybe 5% of its capability.
I was just scratching the surface on what I was able to do in the Ecamm software.
He takes you through step by step how to get the most out of Ecamm Live.
Adrian and his wonderful team broke Ecamm Live down step by step, module by module.
In watching Adrian, I learned so much about the art of doing a live stream. He's just fantastic in the way that he engages with the audience.
It was Adrian Salisbury's teaching that basically helped me understand the facets of Ecamm Live and the things that I could do with it to really make my videos look professional.
His course is fantastic.
Adrian has a gift of clearly teaching his software systematically.
So I love how Adrian breaks everything down step by step, everything I wanted to know about.
Guys, I learned so much on the technical side of Ecamm Live.
He connected all the dots, helping me to gain confidence and proficiency using Ecamm Live.
And he took me from zero to hero in knowing Ecamm Live and working with Ecamm Live, and it took a couple of days.
So this class has totally taken me from that little bit of knowledge that I had and the things I already love using to 100% of the possibilities. So many things I didn't know it could do, so many things I may have known it could do, but didn't know how to do it.
I'm very non-techie. I'm still learning, but I have improved already with just the basic things tenfold, and I am so proud of myself.
It's made me more confident.
You're going to be looking forward to everything he's teaching, and you're going to be waiting for the next day to be able to look at the next video.
The class was excellent. The networking terrific. He formed this beautiful community of wonderful folks that are like-minded.
I'm just so grateful for this community. It is seriously the best Facebook group that I have been in.
Most fun course I've ever done.
Everyone inside of the group is so positive and they're so helpful.
I've made some lifetime friends from this amazing course.
He just creates such a great community of people that are willing to help each other out because they model what Adrian does.
To have Adrian's expertise and fun way of teaching us how to use it, the coaching calls and the whole Facebook group to really interact and practice each of the skills that we're learning has just been tremendous. You'll find that a lot of people even want to do it again and again because it's actually just one of those courses that's just so amazing. Yeah, you don't want to leave.
I wish it never ended.
Adrian is a great instructor.
Adrian's personality is just amazing.
I cannot recommend another highly enough.
And I am so thankful that I found Adrian and his courses.
Adrian is authentic.
He's like a huge expert.
If you've ever watched any of his YouTube videos or seen any of his programs, you know that the guy is real.
Listen to what he is saying. Adrian knows his stuff.
He puts his heart out there and he does what he does because he loves it.
Adrian is a fabulous instructor, and he not only provides tips and tricks and shows you all that is possible with the software, but he also provides guidance and information on the hardware parts that could enhance the entire production.
All of the little tips and tricks have been priceless.
He's certainly the best educator I've ever been around in my adult life.
Guys, he's just a great educator.
There's no one else that I've met that makes learning so much fun.
Adrian is a great instructor.
I teach teachers, I train teachers, and as a teacher, I can tell you, you're not going to get a better teacher than Adrian.
This training with Adrian has been fantastic.
I kid you not, man. Ecamm Live Academy single-handedly saved my 2020 and going to be 2021 and into the future.
And I highly recommend it.
When I tell you my life has changed, I'm not exaggerating.
Transform my business.
Amazing opportunity. So glad I did it. Probably my favorite course I have ever taken in my business. So I recommend it to everybody.
It is so worth it.
If you want to learn how to use Ecamm Live like a boss, stop everything you're doing, forget the YouTube videos, and enroll in Adrian's Ecamm Live Academy.
I'm going to tell you, I have loved it.
Far worthwhile, great investment.
It'll be a great investment for you.
I just wanted to let anyone know, if you are on the fence or hesitant about signing up for a class, don't walk, run, jump, sign up, take the time to invest in the class because you will not be sorry.
You will not regret it.
You will not be disappointed.